Step into the world of Movie Cut Recap. Today I am going to talk about an intense and gripping movie called Bloody Hell. In the midst of a bank robbery, Rex, a man who often engages in internal conversations, bravely confronts the robbers. Amidst the chaos of gunshots, he manages to secure the entire establishment. However, the outcome of this daring mission takes a tragic turn, leading to his trial and subsequent imprisonment. Following his release, he seeks solace in Finland, only to find himself ensnared by a depraved family with a sinister hidden agenda. Prepare yourself for a gripping tale that will keep you on the edge of your seat. At the beginning of the film, Rex, a seasoned individual from Boise, Idaho, pays a visit to a local bank to see Maddie, a teller who has caught his eye. He cunningly manipulates the bank's queue to ensure that he can speak with Maddie whenever she is available. As Rex charmingly tries to win over Maddie's heart, an unexpected turn of events unfolds when a gang of armed robbers suddenly bursts into the bank, demanding the cash from the registers and the personal belongings of the terrified customers. Rex urges Maddie to flee while he readies himself to surrender his wallet. In a tense moment, a customer's purse unexpectedly reveals a firearm, leaving Rex contemplating whether to use it to protect himself, the bank customers, and the employees. In a series of gripping flashbacks, the truth unfolds as Rex skillfully takes down each armed robber, ultimately securing the bank. Regrettably, a tragic incident occurred where an unsuspecting individual lost their life. Opinions on Rex's actions are sharply divided, with some viewing him as a heroic savior and others condemning him as a reckless vigilante responsible for an avoidable fatality. Rex engages in intense discussions with his attorney leading up to his trial, where he faces a critical decision. He must choose between accepting a plea deal that would result in 8 years of imprisonment or taking the risk of proving his innocence, which could potentially lead to a sentence of 20 years to life if he is convicted. Rex reluctantly accepts the plea deal and endures a grueling 8-year sentence behind bars. After his release, Rex becomes the center of attention for the media, who closely follow his every move. They document his simple pleasures, such as grocery shopping and indulging in a burger, with great fascination. He makes his way back to the bar where he used to work and engages in conversation with another barman. They engage in a tense exchange, with Rex revealing his carefully thought-out plan to escape to Finland. The unexpected choice leads to shooting a spitwater map in his cell, and by chance, it lands on Finland. Rex finds himself at the airport, where he is unexpectedly approached by an enthusiastic fan who can't help but draw comparisons between him and the iconic Batman. He is also subjected to the intense gaze of an elderly Finnish couple who whisper something in Finnish that leaves him feeling uneasy. Another Finnish passenger who happened to overhear the couple approaches Rex discreetly and shares their unsettling conversation with him. Dismissing this as mere chance, Rex confidently boards his flight, fully aware of the airport codes for Boise to Helsinki, Finland. Despite the peculiar code, he proceeds with his journey without hesitation. As soon as he touches down, he wastes no time getting into a taxi. Little does he know, a sinister plan is about to unfold during the ride, as a mysterious petrol begins to fill the back seat. Rex suddenly finds himself in a dark and sinister basement, transformed into a horrifying chamber of pain. His heart races as he realizes that one of his legs has been cruelly amputated at the knee, and his hands are tightly bound to the ceiling, leaving him completely helpless. He navigates the depths of his mind, accompanied by a silent companion that only he can perceive. Together, they unravel the mysteries of his situation, piecing together every available clue. Rex and his conscience soon realize that Rex is trapped by a family, evident from the abundance of toys in the room. Unfortunately, Rex finds himself unable to break free from his restraints. The audience discovers that Rex is trapped in the basement of a sprawling family estate nestled in the remote countryside of Finland. A young boy from the family stumbles upon a nerve-wracking scene as he explores the house. Curiosity leads him to venture into the basement, where he unexpectedly discovers Rex being held captive. Rex's moral compass compels him to consider using the young boy, whom he discovers is named Olaf, as a bargaining chip to secure his own release from the family's clutches. Olaf finds himself in a tense situation as he brandishes a small knife, contemplating whether to release Rex. However, before he can make a move, Rex swiftly overpowers him, rendering him helpless and ensnaring him between his legs, despite being held captive. Alia embarks on a relentless quest to locate her younger brother, only to stumble upon a chilling scene: Rex with Olaf in his clutches. Rex strikes a deal with Alia, offering her a proposition that could spare Olaf's life. Just as the tension reaches its peak, Rex's grip on Olaf slips away, allowing Alia to quickly escape with the injured Olaf to the upper floor. The family is left with no choice but to rush Olaf to the hospital for urgent medical care, as he remains in a state of complete unconsciousness. Alia proceeds to recount how Olaf sustained an injury while bravely shielding Rex from harm, after an unfortunate incident involving a bed. She then imagines a romantic wedding with Rex and returns downstairs to tend to his wound, expressing her deep feelings for him. Alia reveals a chilling truth about her family, specifically her eldest brother Patty, who harbors a dark secret. They have a sinister plan to consume Rex, gradually devouring him limb by limb, leaving nothing behind but a haunting mystery of his missing leg. In a gripping tale, a haunting flashback reveals Patty's insatiable appetite for human flesh from the moment he was born. Despite desperate attempts by his family to find alternative solutions, they ultimately succumb to their darkest instincts, resorting to the gruesome act of killing unsuspecting American travelers to satisfy Patty's hunger. Alia has always felt like an outsider in her own family, constantly unsettled by their dark and disturbing actions. She made numerous attempts to break free, even once with her younger brother. Unfortunately, her efforts were consistently in vain as she was repeatedly apprehended and brought back to her family. As a form of retribution, Alia found herself responsible for the care and feeding of Patty, even though she was always on the lookout for an opportunity to break free. In the face of Alia's trepidation towards her family, she remains resolute in her decision to deny Rex's escape, firmly believing that he is no match for her formidable kin. Rex and Alia form a connection through their shared experiences, and Alia entrusts Rex with a small knife to free himself from his restraints. Meanwhile, the rest of the family arrives back home from the hospital. The doctor's diagnosis revealed that Olaf's nose injury was not caused by a mere fall, indicating that Alia had deceived them. Rex finds himself trapped, unable to break free as the father of the family injects him with something, causing him to lose consciousness. As he lies unconscious, a gripping flashback unfolds, revealing the intense events of the bank robbery. Confronted with the firearm in the bank, Rex's conscience urges him to take drastic action against the robbers. In a heart-pounding sequence, he swiftly takes down one of the robbers using the handgun he stumbled upon, only to upgrade to a shotgun and take care of the rest of the assailants. At the same time, we witness the bank's security footage being transformed into viral YouTube videos, racking up millions of views. In a heart-pounding turn of events, Rex manages to neutralize 3 out of the 4 robbers. But just as victory seems within reach, the last remaining robber resorts to desperate measures by taking a hostage. Despite this unexpected setback, Rex's unwavering determination prevails as he successfully frees all the other hostages from the clutches of danger. The flashback then reveals the trial, shedding light on a perspective that suggests Rex's actions were careless and resulted in the tragic loss of an innocent bystander named Angela. However, Rex reveals that the robbers were unexpectedly aggressive and would have potentially harmed others. In a gripping moment, the flashback reveals Rex locked in a tense confrontation with the last remaining robber, who had taken his crush Maddie hostage. He successfully negotiates for Maddie's release and, even though he could have walked away unscathed, Rex follows his conscience's advice and delivers a decisive blow to the last robber. A stray bullet fired by the robber finds its way through a door, tragically taking the life of Angela, an innocent bystander seeking refuge. In another intense scene, Maddie pays a visit to Rex in prison, desperately pleading for some space to heal from the harrowing ordeal she endured. Rex finds himself in a gripping conversation with his cellmate in prison, who offers a sobering reminder that running away from one's problems is not a viable solution. Rex playfully fires 3 spit wads at the map, each one landing on Finland, as he contemplates where to live. Rex wakes up to a horrifying sight. Uncle Arto is in the midst of a gruesome act, sawing off Rex's remaining leg. In a desperate act of self-defense, Rex manages to grab the knife from Alia and swiftly plunges it into Uncle's head, ending his life. The operation is abruptly halted, leaving Rex in a state of shock and uncertainty. Rex manages to break free from his restraints and embarks on a search through the basement, seeking out potential makeshift weapons. He stumbles upon a flare gun, a hefty knife, and an assortment of other items that can be repurposed for self-defense. Rex and his conscience engage in a heated discussion about whether to intervene and save Alia. Rex appears hesitant, haunted by a previous tragic experience involving a woman. The protagonist cautiously makes his way towards the entrance of the house, while the camera abruptly shifts to the rest of the family making their way back from the hospital. The family engages in a tense discussion about their options if the authorities arrive, weighing the possibility of fleeing versus staying put. Ultimately, they come to the grim realization that if they don't find Rex, he may meet a tragic fate in the nearby woods. During the intense deliberation, father and one of the older twin brothers are suddenly shot by an unknown assailant, who is soon exposed as Rex, lurking beneath a table. The entire family is taken care of by him, with the assistance of Alia using various methods such as a nail gun, knives, and Alia even strangling her own mother. Surprisingly, Patty has managed to survive. The shocking truth is unveiled as a monstrous giant, consumed by fury over the loss of his loved ones. Rex's desperate attempt to shoot Patty with the flare gun ends in failure. Rex is confronted with a shocking discovery when he stumbles upon his own severed lower leg in the family's refrigerator, the jagged leg bone ominously preserved. In a gripping moment, Rex manages to turn the tables on Patty, swiftly incapacitating him with a well-placed strike to the throat. Alia reassures them that they are now out of harm's way. Rex is hailed by his conscience, which eventually comes to the realization that it is no longer necessary and vanishes. Alia and Rex engage in a conversation about retrieving Olaf from the hospital. Later, they are depicted as a couple residing in the United States. At a party, Rex recounts to his friends the intriguing story of how they crossed paths. Alia's true nature is revealed as she experiences a disturbing episode at the party. When a woman innocently touches Rex's arm, Alia's mind takes a dark turn, envisioning a gruesome act of violence with a meat cleaver. Olaf is later seen holding a picture of his previous family, hinting at a possible upcoming event that is filled with anticipation and mystery. Upon closer examination of the family portrait, it becomes apparent that the twins might actually be a set of triplets. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.